This is one of the best collard green recipes. If you want to know how I made these beautiful, juicy, tender, and flavorful collard greens, then you just keep on watching. Shalom Juice Gang family, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be whipping up some of the best collard greens ever. Every time when I make this recipe, I think about all the good times that me and my grandmother shared in the kitchen and all the special moments that we shared together while cooking together. So this recipe is like my heart and soul right here because they taste amazing and I have perfected this recipe. Every time I make it, it's like it just gets better and better. So with that being said, I did add a few tweaks to the recipe and it's just amazing. I can't wait for you all to try it. So with that being said, we're going to head into the kitchen and get started, but please keep in mind that if you hear my kids in the background, I apologize about that. I'm going to have them in the room, but I do have 2 toddlers, just to let you know. So let's go ahead and get in the kitchen and get started because I am ready to eat some collard greens with some vinegar and hot sauce. So here is everything that I'm going to be using to start everything off. And I'll have everything listed in the description box. But I have red onions, red peppers, smoked turkey necks. Now my grandmother, she used smoked turkey butts. And that's one of the things that I decided to swap out because I wasn't a fan of the butts. They do give off good flavor, but the smoked turkey necks work just as good. And I have 3 here. Now, if you have little necks, you can use 3 to 4 smoked turkey necks. But these are a good size, so I'm just using 3. Then I have here my chicken broth. This is going to give off some more wonderful flavor to this. And then I have here some freshly chopped garlic, 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. And then I have my seasonings, which is garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, pink sea salt, oregano, and then I added in some smoked paprika. And the smoked paprika and the oregano was the 2 things that I swapped out and added to the recipe because it gives off a good smoky flavor to add more, flavor from the smoked turkey necks. And of course, I will be adding some water to this. So let's go ahead and put everything in a pan and get started. So you're going to let your pan heat up on a medium heat. You don't want it too high because you don't want to burn your vegetables. So I'm going to add in the grass-fed Kerry butter and let that melt. And I like to use grass-fed butter because it comes from a good source of cows. You can use whatever butter you want to use, but I like to use the good stuff. And it gives off really good flavor. And then I'm going to add in the onions and peppers. And let that go ahead and render down and cook and saute up. Now I'm not going to add in the garlic just yet because I don't want it to burn. I want to give it time for these peppers and onions to cook first. And then I'm going to add in my seasonings so that way they can go ahead and pull out some good flavor because this is all about building flavors. Make sure I get it all in there. And then you're going to stir it around. And make sure everything is mixed well. And then I'm going to grab my lid. And this smells amazing already. It's crazy. So I'm going to let that render down for about 2 to 3 minutes, like I said, on a nice medium heat. And then I'll let y'all see what that looks like all rendered down. All right, let's lift the lid and see what's going on. Woo! We got some of that smoke action going on over there. Yes! I wish y'all could smell it. They need smell-o-vision. So let's give it a good stir. And now we're going to toss in our garlic. Hold on, let me make sure I get it all out, because I don't want to waste anything. So now let's stir in our garlic. This really smells amazing. And like I said, you don't want to burn the garlic, so that's why you want to add that in a little later. Now let me get a knife real quick and get this all. So now that that is cooking for a couple seconds, I'm going to get ready to add in the broth and the water. So let me get my water. And I'm using spring water. So now I'm going to take the necks and add them in. Just like that. And now I'm going to add in my broth. Once you add in the broth, turn the heat up on high, because you want it to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then we're going to turn the heat back down. Now I'm using, again, spring water. So now I'm going to add in the water, because I want to cover those necks. And we're going to let this cook for a while. So a lot of this is going to cook down some. So that's good. And that is it. We are going to let this go ahead. Just want to make sure nothing is stuck down there. So now we're going to let this come to a boil with the lid on. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to turn it down low and let this cook for 2 hours on low, because we need this broth to just soak up all those flavors from the smoked turkey necks. So that's what I'm going to do. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to cut up my greens and clean them and have them all prepped and ready to go for the next step. I'll see y'all back in 2 hours. So really quick, I just want to show you all how to cut your greens for those who may not know. I already have all my greens ready to go, but I kept these 3 right here to show you exactly what I did. So they're already washed, already cleaned, and all you're going to do is take this in, fold it up, and then roll it. Roll it in a nice, tight little bundle. Like that. That's how it should look. Okay? And then you're just going to start to slice. And I like mine a little on the thin side. So if you like yours thicker, then slice them thicker. But I'm keeping it as close to get those nice little thin cuts. And you just take your time and just cut. Watch your fingers so you don't cut yourself. Keep pushing back, sliding them over, and that's it. And then you just have these nice little thin slices. So, still waiting for the smoked turkey necks to finish doing what they got to do. And then I'm just going to add this to the rest of my, the rest of the collard greens. And then add them to the pot so we can get this thing started. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. So I'm going to start to add in the greens. And as you can see that the liquid has rendered down some. So I'm going to start to add them in. And they gave me 3 bundles of collard greens for $2. So I only cut up 2 bundles For anyone, if you were curious how much I'm putting in here, 2 bundles. And this smells amazing. I mean, oh my goodness, amazing. And I'm going to shred up some of that smoked turkey neck off of the bone so it can be nice and shredded up in the meat. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. And this is why I sliced it really thin, so I can really get them in the pot. I had stepped outside to go take the dog out, and when I came back in the house, I was like, oh my goodness, this smells amazing. It smells so good in here, and it really doesn't hit you until you step outside and come back into your house. And then look at these red peppers. I mean, the colors are beautiful. You can use yellow peppers if you want as well. But the red peppers, it just plays so well with the green. And we're going to let this cook until they're tender for another hour or 2. And it may not even take that long. It just depends on how tender you want your greens. So that's everything. It's all in here. 2 bundles. And I'm going to put the lid back on. Just making sure everything is in here good. And that's it. So we're going to let this cook for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours if needed on a low heat if you like your greens really, really tender. So it's really up to you for your preference. But all we have to do now is just let it chill out and do its thing. So once it's finished and all done, I will show you all the finished product. Okay, so it's done. Let's check out the finished product. And there it is. Now, something that I do want to let you all know what I did. After I added in the greens, I added in just a splash of liquid water. I added in a splash of water. So that way it could take time to cook. Now, for other people who want to cook their greens longer, again, you can. I cooked them just for an hour and 10 minutes. I didn't go to the 2-hour mark because I just liked how it all turned out. I mean, look at this. It's so full of meat. And oh my God, just look at those greens and those peppers. Now, for the last finishing touchings. I have here some apple cider vinegar, Bragg's apple cider vinegar with the mother. This is 1 to 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to add that in. And that's it. And turn this, well, it's on low, but I'm going to turn it completely off. Put me some in a bowl. Add some hot sauce to it. And let y'all see me taste it. This is it. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just so full of meat. Now, this is enough for me and my family. If you want to add more, you can add more and double the recipe, okay? So, just look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Enough with the teasing myself. Let's taste it. Okay. So now it's time to taste it and see if this is really the best collard greens ever. But I'm going to add in my hot sauce. I already added my vinegar, so just a little bit of hot sauce. And I love hot sauce. I love spicy food. I'm a spicy girl. Y'all hear my kids? I done told y'all. Anywho, let's taste it. Oh my goodness. This is so good. When y'all make this, please drop your comments down below and let me know if you really like it. I'm going to do one more spoon. One more. And then I'll eat the rest off camera because I don't want to keep teasing y'all. Oh my God. And I like my greens sliced thin. It's so nice and perfect. Now remember, if you're doing keto, you can do this. This is the perfect side dish to add with any protein. If you're doing any type of low carb diet, you can have this because all it is vegetables and protein. So anyway, I really hope that you all enjoyed this video. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up because it lets YouTube know that you like this video. And because I'm a small channel, the likes will help this video go through other people's feeds so that way they can get a chance to see who Juice Game is. And if you want to be a part of the Juice Game family, well, hit that subscribe button. And I got more cooking recipes coming. This is just the first of many recipes. And I definitely want to give a shout out to my grandma and just say I love you, I miss you, rest in peace. You were my everything. And thank you for teaching me how to be the best person that I am today. So that's it. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.